Let us begin with the numerical on lateral earth pressure at rest condition. First numerical. A retaining wall 6 meter high retains dry sand with an angle of friction 30 degree and unit weight 16.2 kilonewton per cubic meter. Determine the earth pressure at rest. If the water table rises to the top of the wall, determine the increase in the thrust on the wall. Assume the submerged unit weight of sand as 10 kilonewton per cubic meter. This is the diagram. In this diagram we can see this is the retaining wall. Its height is 6 meter. This is the level of the backfill, top surface of the backfill. Now what is the information given? Height of the retaining wall is given. What type of soil we are storing or we are retaining? It is a dry sand. Angle of internal friction is 30 degree and its unit weight is 16 kilonewton per cubic meter. In this particular situation, what will be the lateral earth pressure acting on this retaining wall that we have to calculate? This is condition 1. In condition 2 or case 2, water table rises to the top of the ground surface. Means this is the top surface of the backfill, so the water table will reach to this top surface. So this 6 meter deep soil will be completely submerged with water. So we want to find out what will be the increase in the lateral thrust on this wall. So in condition 1 we will find out lateral thrust on this wall. In the second condition also we will find out total lateral thrust, and whatever is the difference between these two will be the increment in the lateral thrust. To find out lateral thrust we have to use unit weight of the soil. Which unit weight? Unit weight is given 10 kilonewton per cubic meter as its submerged unit weight. Okay, so let us begin with the solution. Thus we are ready with the diagram. Here we can see this is the retaining wall which we have drawn. Its height is 6 meter and this is the level of the backfill which is at the top. According to the condition 1, we need to find out total lateral pressure on this retaining face when the soil is dry. In that condition, as we know, the pressure distribution is going to be a triangular pressure distribution. So let us try to show the pressure distribution for condition 1. This would be the triangular pressure distribution. It will be like this. Okay, this is a base of this pressure diagram. Height being 6 meter, same height we have shown for this pressure. Thereafter, unit weight. What is the value of unit weight given in condition 1? In condition 1, unit weight is given 16.2 kilonewton per cubic meter. Value of phi, that is angle of internal friction, is 30 degree. Here in this pressure diagram, this dimension of the base of this triangle, this is basically the lateral thrust or lateral pressure acting at the bottom. It will be like this. This is going to be K0 multiplied by unit weight multiplied by height. Okay, K0 is coefficient of earth pressure, gamma is unit weight of the soil, and H is height of this wall. Alright, in this way there will be lateral pressure acting in this triangular variation on the retaining face of the wall, this way. Let us calculate first K0. How K0 is calculated? As we know, K0 is equal to 1 minus sine phi dash. In this case, it is 1 minus sine 30. So K0 equals to All right, let us calculate the pressure which is there at the bottom. It is calculated as lateral pressure at the bottom of the wall. How it is calculated? It is calculated as P0 equals to K0 multiplied by unit weight multiplied by h, height of the wall. This is equal to 0.50 multiplied by unit weight 16.2 multiplied by height 6 meter. So solving this, we will be getting P0. So P0 comes out to be 48.6 kilonewton per meter square. All right, so this is our pressure which is acting at the bottom here. Now we will find out total lateral pressure, which we call it as capital P0. That P0 would be the area of this pressure diagram, which will be equal to half base into height. So base is nothing but 48.6 and height is nothing but it is a 6 meter distance. All right, so let us calculate capital P0. Thus capital P0 is equal to half K0 multiplied by gamma multiplied by h multiplied by h. This is equal to half 0.50 multiplied by unit weight is 16.2 multiplied by height is 6 multiplied by this h, it is 6 meter. This particular part we have already calculated above, which is 48.6. Hence, after solving this complete expression, we will be getting P0, that is the total lateral pressure. What will be its unit? Its unit is going to be kilonewton per meter length. Okay, kilonewton per meter length of the wall. Let us find out. Thus capital P0 comes out to be 145.8 kilonewton per meter length of the wall. This is the total lateral pressure, earth pressure, when the soil is considered dry. In condition 2, what is happening? Water table has reached the ground surface. Okay, so we have to find out submerged unit weight and accordingly we have to find out the pressures. Let us go for that. Now in condition 2, water table reaches the top of the ground surface. Okay, this is the retaining wall, 6 meter is the height, this is the top ground surface. Now this is the level of water table. Okay, here this complete soil which is behind this retaining wall, it is basically in saturated condition. Therefore, to find out lateral earth pressure, what we have to do? We have to separate pressure due to the submerged unit weight of the soil and pressure due to water. Therefore, these two pressure diagrams we have drawn. The first diagram is related to earth pressure because of submerged nature and second diagram is due to the water pressure. Okay. Now we will find out the maximum pressure due to the soil, submerged weight of the soil, which will be at the bottom. So this portion is going to be K0 multiplied by gamma submerged multiplied by capital H, whereas this portion is going to be gamma W, that is unit weight of water, multiplied by H. Okay, now lateral pressure. lateral pressure on the wall. This we want to find out. So P0 in this case would consist of pressure due to submerged unit weight of soil plus pressure due to water. Okay, pressure due to submerged unit weight would be K0 multiplied by gamma submerged multiplied by H plus pressure due to water at the bottom, it would be gamma W multiplied by capital H. Substitute the values. K0 is going to be the same 0.50 multiplied by submerged unit weight. In the data itself, submerged unit weight of the sand is given, which is 10 kilonewton per cubic meter. So multiply it with 10 multiplied by capital H, which is 6 meter. This is due to submerged unit weight of the soil plus water. Take it as 9.81 kilonewton per cubic meter unit weight of water multiplied by H, that is 6 meter. Solving this, we will be getting P0. Let us calculate. So it comes out to be 88.86 kilonewton per meter square. This is the lateral pressure due to the submerged unit weight of the soil. Thereafter, we want to find out the total lateral earth pressure in this condition. How to calculate that? It would be the addition of area of pressure diagrams. Find out area of this triangle, find out area of this triangle. This together will give us total lateral earth pressure. Let us find it out. So what is the formula? Formula would be capital P0 equals to half base K0 into gamma submerged multiplied by H multiplied by H means square. Okay. For water, half base gamma W into H multiplied by H. This portion K0 gamma submerged H we have already calculated above. Similarly, gamma WH is known to us. Substitute the values and then get the answer. Let us find it out. It comes out to be 266.58 kilonewton per meter. Per meter because it is unit length. It is per unit length. So this is the total thrust acting when the soil is submerged. We want to find out what is the increment in the thrust. So it would be the difference of this P0 which we have calculated in condition 2 and P0 which we have calculated earlier, that is 145.8. So difference between 266.58 and 145.80, this gives us increment in the pressure. Let us find it out. Thus, increase in the thrust is equal to delta P0, that is the increment, that is equal to lateral thrust in submerged condition of the soil minus lateral thrust in dry condition. So in submerged condition it is 266.58 minus 145.80, this is in dry condition. The difference comes out to be 120.78 kilonewton per meter. So this is the answer for the second condition when the soil is fully submerged.